Good morning, guys. This is Miriam at High Life Auto. I am out doing a virtual test drive on an '05 Volvo V50, which is like the Volvo wagon. If you've never been on my virtual test drives before, the way it works is I drive the vehicle on video and I tell you what I see, hear, think, smell, and feel to give you the best indication of being in the driver's seat without actually being in the driver's seat. I'm not a mechanic, and this is not meant to be a 182-point inspection. Rather, this is meant to be a sneak peek into how the vehicle drives and any potential issues I notice as we're going around. So, take a look around the vehicle, we'll take a look under the hood, and then we'll go for a drive. And I'm actually just on my way to work this morning, trying to find the hood release. Matt, where is the hood release? Well, maybe we won't take a look under the hood because I can't find the release. I'm sure it's there somewhere, so I might find it. But Matt actually drove this one home yesterday, so I'm just driving it to work, and I figured that I might as well kill two birds with one stone and do a video test drive on my way to work. So here we go. Here is the car, and I love these Volvos just because they've got the aluminum body, so you can see there is no rust on there at all, which is awesome in the Midwest. Check these tires out. They are probably about 60%, 50-60% tread would be my guess. And back here we got very similar, about 50-60% tread. So it is the Volvo V50 2.4i. So let's figure out how to open this back gate. So you've got the storage room in the back, and then it's got this fancy little cover, like if you want to, I don't know, hide what you're hauling. I don't know if you've got dead bodies or whatever, just kind of hide them underneath there so no one sees them. Over here it looks like we've got a little bit of cracking right there in the plastic. But other than that, the body looks really good. So take a look inside. It looks like it's been cleaned. And they're not cloth seats, but they're not leather seats. It's kind of like a vinyl maybe. So it looks like it's cleanable. Ignore all my stuff in the front seat. Like I said, I'm going to work. Right there on the driver's seat, there's a little rip right there. And I know on the bill of sale from the auction, they said that this was a manufacturer buyback. What that means is at some point, the manufacturer bought it back. They bought it, a customer bought it new, and then at some point the manufacturer bought it back because of an issue that they couldn't resolve. So usually that is limited to cars that are, I think it's less than 10 years old. So it would have been sometime between 2005 and 2015 that happened, and obviously it's still on the road 15 years later. So whatever the problem was, I don't know. My assumption is that it's taken care of. But like I said, you can do some research. Like you might be able to pull the Carfax and find out what the extenuating circumstances were. I'm not sure. I don't know how to find that information. But that's just what they said. So I just want to let everybody know what everything we know. We try and give you all the information we have. That was Matt that honked at me. He's going to work too. He's actually driving my car because that's how we like to do things. We like to switch it up. We do have a sunroof up here. This driver's seat, you can say it's a little bit messy, but I mean that's just from driving it and all of that. Okay, so I'm gonna roll up my window because I had it down. Driver's window works. Rear driver's window works. Passenger window works. Rear passenger window works. Okay. Might as well check the sunroof. And I think I checked all this on auction night, but check it on video. Sunroof works. Those buttons up there are just lights and stuff. But then it's got the typical Volvo, I don't know, it's interface or whatever it is here. Radio works. The heat I just turned on. Let's see, turn my fan up. It works. Thawing out my ice cold hands. We're not quite up to operating temperature yet, but it works. And this has the manual feature. So if you are one of those people who like to drive a stick shift car, you can do that. You shove it down and drive, and then over into there, and you can do the sticking. or the stick shift feature. And I think I've seen this on a couple vehicles. I think this is the winterization button, which is, and you'd have to Google exactly how to make it work, but I think you push the button and it's like when you're on slippery roads or a hill or whatever, and it will start your car like in third gear, so it gives you more torque, so that you've got more power to do, you know, if on slippery roads you just need more power. So I don't know, I haven't exactly ever used it, but all right, up here, 101,641 miles, check engine light, and then it says that gear indication service required. That's the only message on there. Let me see if I had figured out how to scroll through there the other day. I think it's this button. So let me get in here. You have one message. So it's the gear indication service required. I don't know what that means. So there's just, that's something. It seems to drive fine thus far. We haven't had any issues with it. But I'm going to put my seatbelt on because this is the car that will let you know forever if you don't have your seatbelt on. And it will beep, and it will beep, and it will beep. And I think it's actually going to beep too for my passenger seat because I have so much stuff that it thinks I have a passenger in my passenger seat. But we will see. All right, and I don't have my little fancy mirror doohickey thing, so the video might be a little bit more wobbly than normal because I'm holding it while I'm driving. Right turn signal works. Left turn signal works. Windshield wipers, those work. So there's your fluid, it works too. Up to speed, 60 miles an hour. Barely felt it shift at all. It was really, really smooth. It's driving really smoothly down the road. I'm going to turn this heater fan down so I can just hear. I don't hear any suspension noise. I do hear, I don't know if it's road noise or if it's just a hum. It might just be road noise or tire noise. We can see what happens when I change roads. Or it might be a hum, just something to kind of pay attention to when you're driving it. Brakes are good and solid, no grinding or no vibration. Let's check the cruise out. And we just got this one in yesterday, so this is the first time I have driven it, other than at the auction. Okay, so we have, I don't know if you can see it or not, on the bottom it says cruise on. We're cruising at 60 miles an hour. Driving smooth. Steering wheel is very responsive. I don't feel any play or any looseness in there. So I don't really see, I think your biggest concern on this is just going to be, I mean, there's a little cosmetic crack on the passenger side, and then your check engine light, if you want to check that out, if you want to bring a code reader, you can bring a one-directional code reader and see what that light is. And then it's got the message that says service gear indication something. You can go back and check the video and see what exactly it said. But other than that, I mean, everything, all the buttons seem to work, the radio seems to work, the heat seems to work, everything else seems to work. So it appears that there will be very little repairs needed immediately to this car, and it runs and drives well. So if you have any questions, if there's stuff that I've missed, if you have you know, you're reading through it or you're showing your mechanic this video or whatever, and they're like, hey, ask this, just get a hold of me. Send me a message on Facebook. or the fastest way to get a hold of me is via text message. You can send me a message on my phone. My phone number is 309-267-7200, and I will see what I can do to answer your questions and get back to you. Thanks, guys.